Good morning, guys, from Federico Town. Today I'm going to talk about, of course, tennis, but more precisely about a future champion in my eyes, the Spanish tennis player uh, Carlos Alcaraz, which I could I had the opportunity to see him a bit in the highlights in the matches at the Australian Open. I think he has a good game for his age. I mean, he's still a teenager. He has good footwork. He has good strokes like his forehand. Good movement. I think he could be a future Grand Slam and future world number one. It depends how he's going to continue his growth tennistically and his next results. And he already participated in some challengers before, and a few days ago he achieved his first ever Grand Slam win. Uh, so that was already a huge step in his young career. As we all know, the coach of Carlos Alcaraz is the former world number one, the former Spanish tennis player Juan Carlos Ferrero, who was a Grand Slam champion, a one-time Grand Slam champion. He was a player at the time of Roger Federer, so he has a good team behind him. Of course, by his coach being a former champion, he could maybe give him some tips or suggestion on how to improve his game. But we have to see how it's gonna fare in the next tournaments. Maybe in Grand Slam, how it's gonna go far. I think maybe he lost a few days ago against the Swedish player Himmer. But yeah, of course, he can maybe feel a bit of pressure because he's being compared a little bit to Nadal. Some people ask him, about Nadal, of course, because Nadal is um, the best player maybe in Spanish history, if we talk about tennis, of course. And maybe Alcaraz could follow his footsteps and maybe become a multiple Grand Slam winner and win a lot of titles, even win lots of Masters 1000s, Grand Slam, maybe win a lot of French Opens. Who knows? Maybe not 12, 13 French Opens, but maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. We'll have to see how he's gonna continue playing. If he's gonna be still motivated to go a step further. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about this player because I feel like he's an interesting player. He has this very interesting game, which I saw, and I was very curious to discover more about him, and I will be very excited to know more about him also in the future. Uh, Maybe his next big wins. I don't know. Well, apart from that, I think it's going to be the future of tennis with a few players there on the list: Shapovalov, Yannick Sinner, and of course we have still Medvedev, and we have to see if he's going to be able to have a really good year, if he's going to climb up a lot of rankings. That will be interesting to see. And for the rest, well, he has a bright future, of course. And for the rest, we'll see how it's gonna do in the next 4 or 5 years. So yeah. So guys, thank you very much for listening. And if you have any comments about that, and if you think otherwise, or you have the same opinion, I don't know, let me know. Thank you, Federico Town.